Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this evening's Paris Saint Germain versus Barcelona match report. 3 weeks ago, Paris Saint Germain managed to defeat Barcelona with a 4-1 score at Camp Nou, giving it the upper hand advantage. Tonight, at the Parc des Princes Stadium, was PSG able to dominate Barcelona again and move on, or was Barcelona the one that was able to recover from the loss and advance within the tournament? Let's take a look. In the 29th minute of the match, Kurzawa went for a shot to score a goal, which Ter Stegen managed to save. However, Icardi, in the penalty area, looking to finish the shot off into a goal, got knocked down by Lenglet from behind from his heel. This, of course, instigated a penalty shot for PSG's advantage. Mbappe took the shot and scored PSG's first goal within the match. In the 37th minute of the match, Messi managed to receive the ball, made his way to a bit behind PSG's penalty arc, and took a long shot right into the left upper angle of the goal net through a nearly empty penalty area where the shot was clean, that scored the equalizer within the match, as well, of course, as Barcelona's first goal within the match. The first half ended with a 1-1 draw. Overall, in the first half was very, very exciting, and it was sort of on fire. PSG within the midfield, especially within their own penalty area, had good spread and tried to pressure Barcelona as much as possible, but Barca, through their quick passes and good maneuvering, managed to overcome this pressure, have the most control over the ball, and cause most of the game to be played on PSG's turf, which is why Barcelona were able to form a number of scoring opportunities at the hands of Dembélé, Griezmann, Dest, and Messi. All of these opportunities came very close to scoring, but PSG goalkeeper Navas managed to make incredible saves, and Messi's slide, of course, contributed at the instance, of course, of Messi going for the shot of that goal not being scored. Not to mention when Navas accidentally got a bit physical with Dest and hit his head in order to make a save. But in general, of course, Navas did manage to make great saves against all of these instances and against all of these players whenever they came close to scoring. Barca, as mentioned before, played for the most part on PSG's turf, but PSG's very impressive dense defense within their penalty area, especially at the hands of Marquinhos and Florenzi, just to name a few, protected their penalty area as much as possible in a persistent manner, where they also tried as much as possible to get the ball out of their penalty area and form counterattacks through rebounds. PSG, through good pressure and spread within the midfield, managed to gain the ball through rebounds or cutting off Barcelona's passes to form offense of their own. But Barca was quick to fall into defensive mode and regain the ball again immediately as fast as possible through speed and pressure spread within the midfield. That's not to say PSG could not make it at all into Barca's penalty area. They did, just the number of times that they did make it to Barca's penalty area compared to how many times Barca made it to PSG's penalty area, due to them being mostly on PSG's turf, was very few. The few times PSG managed to make it into Barca's penalty area were at the hands of Mbappe, but they fell short due to Mbappe not being supported, due to the offensive line of PSG in these very few instances being thin, and due to Mbappe, of course, being outnumbered by Barcelona's defenders. Even though it is worth mentioning that toward the end of the first half, Barcelona left some open spaces that allowed PSG to make it more into Barca's penalty area. It is also worth mentioning that Kurzawa cost PSG a penalty shot by kicking Griezmann's foot, who was about to receive a high pass in the penalty area, in PSG's penalty area, that is. But Kurzawa, in order to get the ball out of the penalty area, kicked Griezmann's foot instead, which gave Barca a penalty shot that Messi took but got deflected by Navas in the second half of the match. In the second half of the match, Barcelona continued to have control over the ball and had the game mostly on PSG's turf again, and also continued to form chances at the hands of Messi, Dembélé, and Griezmann. But due to some of their misdirected shots, Navas yet again great saves, which is why he was awarded with Player of the Match, and PSG being consistent with its good defensive pressure within its penalty area, even though this time they were slower to fall back and secure their penalty area whenever Barcelona would charge toward it, due to PSG players being a bit far from their penalty area right around the halfway line to try to gain the ball from Barcelona, which they did try a number of times to form an offense, even though they failed, but nonetheless they managed to at least get the job done in protecting their penalty area. And even though they kept on arriving late, especially during that one instant where Messi and Griezmann tried to score, but Marquinhos and Kimpembe put in the required work to prevent them from doing so. Barcelona in this half, for the most part, would start their offense from the halfway line to make it to PSG's penalty area. But as mentioned before, PSG, through quickness and pressure within the midfield, tried as much as possible to regain the ball and form offense of their own, even though they kind of let Barcelona a few open spaces to make it their penalty area. But Barcelona would manage, through their own quickness and pressure, especially sometimes over Mbappe, to regain the ball and keep PSG from forming any offense. In fact, in the second half, it was sort of as if PSG was able to make its way to Barcelona's penalty area only nearly 2 times at the hands of Mbappe and Icardi, but both of them could not score due to misdirected shots. What actually contributed to PSG making it towards Barcelona's penalty area was the inclusion of Di Maria in the second half, and through his calmness and good maneuvers of the ball to get himself out of a number of tight situations of being surrounded by many Barcelona players. In fact, for the most part, it seems as if PSG's aim was mainly to get the ball out of their turf in the second half. The match ended with a 1-1 draw between Paris Saint Germain and Barcelona. However, the total aggregate score for PSG's advantage was a 5-2 victory, which causes it to advance to the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals, causing Barcelona to drop one stage earlier than last year's UEFA Champions League. In a post-match interview with PSG defender Marquinhos, he mentioned that PSG faced a very difficult match against an excellent team in Barcelona. He also said that in the first half, PSG could not defend well as Barcelona changed its tactic to where they played mostly in the forefront middle, maybe referencing Messi's long, clean shot goal where PSG's penalty area was nearly empty. He concluded by saying that the important thing is to prevent your opponent as much as possible from scoring and to take advantage of presented opportunities to score and to try and exit the match with the best result possible. In a post-match interview with Barcelona's Antoine Griezmann, he said that they knew they had to play powerfully from the first minute and that they had a lot of scoring chances but failed to translate these chances into goals, mostly due to Navas blocking these shots and saving PSG's net from these goals. He also said that PSG did not defend well in the first half, probably again referencing Messi's goal, and that their defense improved in the second half and made it hard for Barcelona to score. He then concluded by saying that Barcelona, with its new formation, have been on a roll of victories in the La Liga and that there was nothing to do about their first 4-1 home loss against Paris Saint Germain. Honestly, Barcelona played the better game due to their good control over the ball and their great offense, as PSG resorted mostly to defending. Thank you all so much for watching. If you've liked this video, please drop a like and subscribe. Share the video around with the hashtag SkeletonForce. As you all know, I've been Skeleton Force. And as always, I will see you all in the next report.